All right, what's up everybody? So today's video is just going to be a quick 2 cents of mine. I want to go into a little bit more of a freestyle type video. I actually have no notes, which is very unique for this channel. I want to talk about a couple different things. I got a couple ideas planned for tonight. I'll upload 2 of these this week. But what I want to talk about today is going to be revolving your program a little bit around lifts that you actually enjoy. And this is a little bit of a secret that I've kind of always had in my program, but I never like realized how to use it properly, and it's something that I've used as I've gotten more advanced just to keep the motivation going and keep it training like fun. I mean, as important as having your fundamentals down to actually make progress is, it's also important to enjoy your training and have a reason to go to the gym and just something that makes you like want to get into the gym and crush it. So at the end of the day, you can try and optimize everything, but if you don't enjoy it, you're not gonna execute it to the best of your ability, and even if you do, you're not going to be doing it long term. So it's striking that happy medium between having something that's totally just for fun that might not get you the best results or any results at all for that matter, and having something that is like completely optimal and like perfect. All like biomechanics set up and you're doing squat, bench, deadlift, all that kind of stuff. Like obviously that no matter how optimal or like consensus something is, if you don't like doing it, it's not going to work for you. So at the end of the day, this is kind of that individualized part of lifting where some of us tend to get so caught up in trying to find like the perfect and most optimal program and the most optimal lift or rep range or whatever, we lose sight of what's actually important, which is enjoying your training so you can execute it the best that you can. So here's a little bit of a secret for you guys. I'll keep this one short. Revolve your program, structure your program around lifts that you enjoy, and complete the program, finish your split, building around that. So the foundation of your program should be lifts you enjoy. Start with that. One of the first things that I ask all of my clients in the questionnaire that I offer is, what are your favorite lifts? Are there any lifts that you like, and are there any lifts that you dislike? When you have a lift that you like in your program, it's great. When you have a lift that you dislike in your program, that can be easily swapped out just like any other lift can be. It almost cancels out the lift that you enjoy. So it's almost a two-part equation here. It's making sure you don't do lifts you hate. Obviously, there's a difference between avoiding lifts you hate and just avoiding difficult lifts that give you results in general. It's good to have the self-awareness to differentiate the two of those. But what you want to do, pick a couple lifts that you enjoy. Like pick one lift for each muscle group, or at least the muscle groups that you're actually trying to grow at this point in your training. So just to dive into my own, like right now, I'm huge on JM press into a skull crusher as an advanced technique to take it a little bit past failure. I'm also huge on weighted dips. I'm having a ton of fun with those. I just got my weighted belt so I can add a bunch of plates, go a little bit heavier. They're fun as fuck. Like I love doing them, and it's the same with my neutral grip pull-ups. I'm the same exact way. Neutral grip pull-ups, it's like nostalgia for me. That's what built my lats. Like that's what got me into lifting. A close grip, weighted neutral grip pull-up. That's my strength. That's what I'm good at. That's what built my lats. I have a great mind-muscle connection. I enjoy it. I'm strong on them. Like that's what I like to do. So what I did when I built my most recent program was revolved my days around those lifts. Those are the 3 that I absolutely love. Same with this hack squat machine back here. I found a variation that I like. And it's not like I went from like some type of barbell squat and just said, oh, whatever, I'm done with barbell squats, I'm going to go right into hack squats. Like I've been using the hack squat for coming up on a year at this point, still making great gains on it. At this point, I do have to buy more weight, which I'm procrastinating on because plates are so expensive. And it's not even like a financial thing. I just have like a moral issue with spending like $100 on a 45-pound plate, but yet I have all this other gym equipment. So I don't know. It's one of my weird little quirks, but tangent aside, what I found is that a narrow stance with a parallel foot positioning lights up my quads like crazy. I love doing that. I also found a new method to take it a little bit past failure, where I basically just do partial reps in the mid-range of the motion. So that is something that pumps me up to go into the gym on my lower body sessions. Like I look forward to doing that movement. I put neutral grip pull-ups weighted also in that same day. So normally like my leg day, yeah, it consists of some type of squat variation, whether it's a machine or something similar to that. It also probably has leg extensions, RDLs, hamstring curls, a little bit more lat work, but like when I get up in the morning, I'm not excited to go do certain lifts that I just find relatively boring. Like, I'm not a huge fan of leg extensions, but I do them because they work. I don't hate them, but they're just leg extensions. They're just there. Some people love them, some people hate them. I'm pretty neutral towards them. If I have a bunch of lifts that I'm just like, oh, it works, I'll just go do it, that doesn't pump me up to go to the gym. I'm not saying every lift has to be fun and you get a crazy pump and it's like the optimal ideal lift, but sprinkle in a couple lifts. Like you should actually not even just sprinkle them in. Pick the lifts that you like for each muscle group, build your program around those lifts. So to get back to what I was talking about earlier, so I have my close stance hack squat in. That's a great compound for building the quads. Now the rest of that session, I'll see what else I need to do. Like, I can add in some hamstring curls, maybe another lift for my quads, and a little bit more lat work. I also have the neutral grip pull-ups, maybe one other lift for lats that day, and that's a pretty solid lower body session. And yeah, I'm gonna have to like actually refine it and make sure my weekly volume, rep ranges, and everything are good. But when it comes to just exercise selection, like, pick a lift that you like to do, choose a rep range that works for you, and like, that should motivate you to go to the gym. Like, if you don't have those 2 or 3 lifts that you just absolutely love going to the gym to execute, like, you got to find them. Like, experiment around a little bit. I'm not saying to program hop and try everything, try swapping everything at once, because that's also not the smartest decision if you're actually serious about making progress. But like, every day that I have in my program, I have something that I'm looking forward to. So I'll have the JM press to the skull crushers. That pumps me up on my arm days. It's just honestly so fun to go in and do those. Like, I execute it better because I like that lift. So I'm probably getting a little bit more out of it than someone that maybe feels neutral towards that lift or even dislikes it. I have those narrow stance hack squats. Feels incredible. Lights up my quads. Pumps me up to like hit more quad training after that just to keep building. Like, starting off your sessions with a lift that you enjoy is like the best way to change your attitude, change your approach for each training session. So I could go on forever about this stuff, but I won't keep you guys long. All I got for today. Let me know if you guys relate or have any questions.